Hey guys, welcome back to Coffee and Crits. Once again, I'm Aaron, your host, and I got... Oh my god, I did that. I went this way. I was going to say Mike. Nick.
Hello.
Mike.
Hello?
Yeah, we're still recording. Same day, same stuff.
Mike.
Nick.
Dude, bear with us. We're at Guild Gaming after hours. And boy oh boy.
We have the wee hours of the morning.
That's a good thing we are drinking coffee. I think it's probably what is saving us. Caffeine! It's a miracle. Boom, 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 boom. Okay, all right. So, let's put this out again. Disclaimer: Wizard of the Coast sucks as a company, but we love the game. All right. If you want all the words, see the first video. I'm not saying all that again.
Fair.
I don't know. Can we just rename it Demons and Dungeons or something
Condos and creatures.
No, the folks are playing
and creatures.
Cash. Yeah. We're trying to play Dungeons and Dragons. They're playing Cash and Capitalism.
There it is.
Oh, that's good.
There you
that's
go.
Good.
Oh man, no. I watched this show where
buddy.
this YouTuber took Monopoly and made it D&D and made his players play Monopoly in D&D.
Gross.
So they're like, oh, you came across this town. The mayor wants to sell it to you for 300 gold pieces.
Oh my god. I couldn't.
Uninstall.
Uninstall.
For life. No, don't do that. But yeah. We don't care too much about that. Anyway, so we're on classes, right? So we're Rogue.
Yep.
See what happened to Rogue. I know a lot of people didn't like sneak attack being once per turn. Apparently that was a huge deal. Maybe because I just don't play rogues, I didn't really see what was the problem with it.
I didn't see a problem with it.
I don't know.
The older editions had it on every attack.
Okay.
Okay.
So let's see what we got new with Rogue. First, weapon mastery. Daggers. Short bow. So you get the Nick ability. So that means you're at 1, you're cut, bonus action cut, or bonus action throw.
That's good for daggers. People might actually use daggers.
Yeah.
Yeah, I like the idea that you can just slice a dude up with a bunch of nicks.
So I will still say that daggers as weapons kind of suck in D&D.
But now though, now you can still use your bonus action to dash, disengage, or hide instead of having to use it for that extra cut now.
Fair enough.
Because you would normally use it for that. So that's a good point to make.
I do like Vex being on the short bow. That's pretty cool.
Yeah. So let's see. Thieves' Cant is also back, but also you'll get another language in addition.
Alright, so you get free language.
Okay, that's pretty cool.
Yeah.
I like that.
Okay.
So let's see what the subclasses they added to Rogue. We have Arcane Trickster.
Yep.
Love it.
It looks like they've made some more flexibility with the magic. Let's see. Assassin. You can trigger Assassinate and Death Strike. Assassinate now deals extra damage equal to your rogue level instead of turning into a critical hit.
That's a good...
You're more adept at poisoning and impersonating others.
Yes.
You can... Okay. That's cool.
I like those.
Well,
Okay, so now... Because, usually Assassin was a one and done. Because if you didn't get that first hit, you couldn't assassinate.
Well, it go back into, the ice cream dipping of classes. I take my 3 levels of rogue so my smite can be an auto crit,
Yeah, you... Wait, I think I...
Yeah, you did that, Aaron.
Wait. No.
You did that.
No. To be fair,
Yeah.
no. If you're gonna call me out, let's talk about it, Mike. Because I started off as a Shadow Monk rogue because I made this whole assassin.
You did.
And then you're the one who sent me on a journey of rehabilitation and finding goodness. Then had a god you're gonna do good things. And you're like, hey, there's that paladin level. You did that.
I did that.
Shot
You did
yourself
that.
in the foot.
Yeah.
You made me a paladin. Just like right now, my cleric fighter is now a Hexblade Warlock.
You picked up Black Razor. Okay.
Was I gonna let it just lay there? Like,
You picked up Black
who
Razor.
would have left an evil sword on the ground for like some kid? I have the power. No, why would I do that?
It wasn't laying there. It was floating after the guy died. Okay.
Even worse.
Yeah.
Okay, all right. Level 3. Okay, I'm so sorry. You get Assassin. Soul Knife is now a base class.
Good.
Looks like they increased some of the ranges on it. And then Thief has some updates. Now can activate magic items as a bonus action.
Ooh.
Yeah, that's pretty nice.
And has a unique cunning strike option called Stealth Attack, which allows them to remain hidden after attacking.
Ooh.
Spicy.
That's very spicy.
Okay, so Steady Aim seems to work the same. Cunning Strike. When you deal sneak attack damage, you can forego one or more sneak attack damage die to add a Cunning Strike effect. The DC is equal to, let's see, off of Dexterity. Poison. For getting rid of 1d6 of your sneak attack, you can use your Poisoner's Kit to add a poison condition. That's really good. Trip. Oh my god.
Oh, buddy.
So save on Trip?
Yes.
Okay.
Yes, it has a save.
Okay.
I was just
have
trying
to
to
save.
compare it to the actual
Okay.
weapon mastery because
Yep, because the save trip also has a save.
yeah. I was like, if one didn't,
Yeah.
then it would.
And
make
then
any sense.
withdraw, hitting
Yo.
one option, allows you to move half your speed without provoking opportunity attacks after attacking.
Ooh.
That's a
Very
pretty spicy
spicy.
rogue ability. So like I'm just sacrificing one of those the sneak attack die, and now I'm moving on. Like cut, and then run to someone else. Cut. I like that.
That's
I
cool.
like that. I like that.
Oh no, I like it. But going back to like mid maxing,
I mean,
made the problems.
It's
Um,
Mike.
well, I mean,
It's all going to be a problem.
that's true. I mean, when you have boots of speed and 150-foot movement, and you stab people, and it doesn't provoke attacks of opportunity.
It's like a fine line between
Right.
letting them be powerful and then
Yeah, it's always the level of abilities. Like,
Yeah.
a lot of things seem like weak at first until a player gets a hold of it, and you're
And
like,
then-
"Oh, this is the first level ability."
Yeah,
but
and you gotta
somehow-
like I can't wait to see how players take this. Let's see, reliable talent. Oh my god, it's let's see. Around door chest, just briefing. Okay, so reliable talent was a level 11 ability. Now it's 7.
Okay, alright, that's fine.
That's the roll one. That's the I don't roll under. Improved cunning strike. Sneak attack die. Improved cunning strike. Okay, so now you can add 2 cunning strike options instead of 1 at 11.
That's actually fair enough.
So at 14,
Nice.
you get devious strikes, which increases the arsenal of cunning strikes. You get daze.
That's cool.
Let's see. If the target fails a Constitution saving throw, they only get a move action or take an action
Ooh.
or a bonus action. So literally you give them one action. They can't get their bonus action, movement, or action. They only get one of them.
Yeah. Okay. I mean,
Days.
and it's got a save on it.
Knockout.
That's reasonable.
Oh my god.
Okay. Oh, okay. So the strikes cost more of your D6 dice pool.
Yes.
So if I have like 5, I can pay 2 for days. Okay, that makes sense.
Yeah.
So that way, any person who's just dipping into rogue won't have all of them because you'll be limited by how many.
Well, yeah, I mean,
sneak
technically,
attacks-
if they're dipping into it, they're not getting to level 14 to get.
Oh
Yeah,
yeah.
that's true. That's true. That's true.
Knockout
They
though
would
for
just get the-
66.
Unconscious. If
Bonk.
they fail a Constitution saving throw, they repeat.
Hold
Save
on,
it to each
hold on.
of their
Is that
turns.
just knocks them unconscious for
Yeah.
1 minute to fail Constitution? I don't necessarily.
But the chances of them to wake up. So okay, they're not. So they're not permanently. So anything else will wake them up.
All right, hold on. So they can just be woken normally like they're sleeping.
Yes.
Okay, that's a
But-
little bit better.
I'll tell you what.
I mean, if you're playing like a stealth roll and you're sneaking into a place, that's a cool option to do. Like I'm stealthing through a building. I'm gonna hit him with a sneak attack. No, I'm just gonna spend all my.
I mean,
things
I
to
like
just
the flavor of it.
knockout.
It can combo into other stuff though. That's really cool. I love it.
I was actually just thinking. I mean, at level 14 and Constitution saving throws, and the way the saving throws work in 5th edition, where like if I'm not proficient, I don't get to add any bonuses. So hypothetically, if I have a 0 and your DC is 19, then I will more than likely get knocked out. And so if it's
Night night.
if it's a knockout like not the sleep knockout, then like it can trivialize combats at the higher echelons.
Okay. Yep.
But if you get knocked unconscious and your ally can go like rouse you, or after you take a hit, you can rouse up.
Yeah. Obscure. No need to sink into the battle. We can just blind the target. The flavor. With this cunning option, your target will need to make a dexterity saving throw or be blinded. It's pocket sand.
It's pocket sand. You're right.
Until the end of its next, that's reasonable. I like it.
I like it.
I like
Blind sense.
There it is.
Let's see. Wheel. Okay. Slippery mind. Now the rogue is not just... Well, you gain proficiency with wisdom and charisma saving throws.
Crazy.
Not just wisdom. Because you got wisdom, but now you get wisdom and charisma.
Huh.
And then you get an epic boon. That's actually not too bad. I love that. 2 epic boons. Okay. So, rogue. What are we thinking, Nick?
I'm down.
I like the usage of the sneak attack dice.
Yes.
Yeah,
Absolutely.
Giving the rogue some combat options.
Everybody has stuff.
Yeah,
technically, it has a lot of the brutal strike flavor.
Yeah.
But mixed in with actual rogue.
Like,
rogue
is it
stuff.
me
Yeah.
or like a lot of the? Is it me or like a lot of the articles about the new Dungeons and Dragons have been very like doom and gloom. Like it's.
Yeah.
I'm not. I mean, granted, I'm not saying like I don't see issues, or there won't be problems. I mean, every edition does.
Going through what we already have, I like some of the stuff that they're bringing to the table, but I don't see them addressing some of the issues that I already have.
Okay.
Which
Fair.
is what I would like to see. Like 5th edition has some glaring problems that need to be fixed to make it a better game. And what we've gotten is some more tool sets in our favorite game, but didn't necessarily address the problems that we're seeing.
Okay. I feel like they did a few things. Like they tried to do. I saw them actively trying to balance Paladin, which I thought was one of the
balancing
problems.
of the classes.
Getting rid of the action surge, I felt like was part of balancing the problem.
The Divine Smite.
The Divine Smite change.
Very good change.
And I feel like they were trying to go more broad with the skills than. I feel like they've like maybe not leveled it, but just made the path wider.
Yeah.
Like there are more roads to get to crazy instead of just. You know what I mean? Like. Yeah. I mean, 5th edition has always been very player power heavy.
Yeah.
Oh, it is.
Anyway.
It's been the superhero version
Of
D&D.
D&D. Yeah. And I understand that a lot of people don't like that kind of
Well,
game.
I mean, it has to do with the roots of D&D. Like, originally there was chainmail, and then that went into the 1st edition. So, it was a very simulation-heavy game grounded in reality.
Yeah.
And so, with each progression of game, we've gone further away from reality into more of a
Fantastical.
Yes.
Yeah. I think Dungeons and Dragons as a game now is more a fantastical roleplay game than a gritty warfare simulation game.
Yes.
And that's fair. And if that's what you like, there are more systems for it.
Well,
there are better systems for it.
I mean, the thing is, going back to, like, if you like that simulation-heavy game, you can go back to 2nd edition.
Yeah,
or you want to move into more of the fantastical, you got 4th edition.
Mm-hmm. What? Did you say 4th?
Yeah, it is.
We shall not. No, I love 4th.
I mean, secretly, I actually like 4th.
Me too.
I actually just wish that they didn't call it Dungeons and Dragons and labeled it Creatures and Catacombs.
Facts.
But,
facts. I don't know. Like because here's the thing. Like there are a lot of issues, and I'm gonna bring this up because I can.
Yes.
Because the person I'm gonna he's the one who made the comment. He's my friend, so I feel like I can say this on my channel and he'll be okay. One of the things he brought up was because the system is so easy, simple, and more fantastical, it has brought in more people who just want to be crazy power fantasy players, which I agree with.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
But like overall, I feel like 5th edition has done more good for role playing than bad, in my opinion, because like we have more resources than we've ever had before. You know what I mean? As a player,
Did you?
It's so easy to get
Did
into.
you play Pathfinder?
No, I mean like more tools and stuff like that.
Did
Well,
you
it's-
play
it's-
Pathfinder?
It's easier to get into.
It's access.
So
I mean, like
it-
access.
it's easier to
I
get
know what
into
you're
5th
talking
edition.
About.
Yeah.
I'm just
more content. More,
It's a gateway game.
It is easy enough to get more people into the game. Yes. It
Yeah.
still suffers from what I consider to be bloat. We're not to the 3rd edition bloat yet.
oh, we're gonna get there.
Oh,
But-
we'll get there.
we're
No
definitely-
problem.
We'll get there.
I mean, here's the thing.
Especially with some of these changes.
Every edition will get there. It's like the natural because it's funny because I'm gonna compare this to Magic the Gathering for a second. If it doesn't prove
Bloat. Lots of magic's the bloating. I mean,
because it's gonna because this is really a part of it. Because what happens is right, like we're at so what Wizard of the Coast does for Magic is whatever. Like we're here, and they designed the game to have power creep.
Yep.
Because when a new set comes, there are cards that are better than the previous one.
well, yeah. I mean, that is a purposeful design choice. It's called like the Ivory Tower. You got to constantly release newer and
Right.
gold type things.
Yeah,
that
it's
people wanna
and
release.
the different. The problem was with especially like how people feel about like I don't know we're about to get into Magic, but like MH3 like completely like the power creep.
Yeah. Well,
Because so in the same sense, like how I felt, especially when I played like other editions, is like there is a point where books come out and they take like what's strong and they just like break it over its back. Like this is strong now. Like this is
no, I mean they do it with each
Yeah.
quest.
yeah. So it's
booked.
yeah, and it's gonna keep happening. You know, like
Because I would almost go back to
Xanathar's
this-
was better than
yeah. Like instead of going higher, I'd almost like to see the world expanded wider. And
But I
like,
promise you,
focusing
if they went
more,
went more wide than more up, it wouldn't be enjoyed as much. I'm telling
No,
you.
I mean it's true. I don't not disagree with that. I'm just saying that's what I would like to see the
Right.
game go, which is an expansion on the lore. You got Forgotten Realms, just release these books in the different regions and kind of bring in new character
Yeah.
classes that fit the lore.
Yeah.
Not
Or at
necessarily
least you could add more
powerful.
backgrounds and stuff like that.
Yeah, I mean, we have like what, 10 backgrounds. We have
There's plenty to have.
15
Plenty more to
backgrounds.
have.
I feel like I'm hoping that with them trying to do some other changes, and I actually heard them talk about how they're trying to make sure that power creep isn't glaring. So I hope that is what they do in the future. Eventually, 5e will become so bloated that we're going to have to flip the table again.
No, I mean there'll have to be a newer edition because of that.
Yeah, well, eventually we'll flip
So
the table.
it's just-
This is 5.5. Let's be honest.
Yep.
So it
That's
will
not
happen.
what it said on the cover.
It's 5.5. We both know this to be true. All right, so druids. So apparently there's been some changes.
Man,
All
big
right.
pick.
Also, once again,
Look at that.
dude, look at that druid, that half
He's
orc,
a
that
beautiful
orc
man.
druid with the. Okay, I'm not gonna lie, because like the character. Let's be honest, some of the like race art or species art currently looks a little jank. Like the freaking minotaur looks derpy, and I'm really glad things look better. So I'm just gonna throw that one out there, bro. Just. Sorry. Okay, so wild shape. Let's this. Is that one? Is that one? Oh no. Okay, they didn't write it in by levels. They didn't write it in by levels. Okay, this is weird. All right, so I know different people wrote different articles. So this person didn't lay them out by levels. All right, so let's see. Wild shape is turned into a bonus action 2024. Now you can access beef. Now your druid can any subclass shape to brown bear wolf without having to wait its turn. Okay, so
I like doing it as a bonus action. Having to wait your turn to wild shape really
Sucks.
yeah. Okay, so that's just. So let's see. Let's take damage as a result. You can no longer. Oh, okay. So you no longer get a separate hit pool by shape shifting. So
That's probably a needed change.
you're also okay. So but you get temporary hit points as a buffer.
That's cool.
So you shape shift, you get temp hit points,
feel
but you
like
don't
that's
get knocked out
definitely-
of your form by losing those hit points.
Definitely
Yeah.
a balance. Going back to what we were talking about in the previous video about this fight that lasted like six hours with the druid. Remember the druid shapeshifted into an earth elemental,
Yes,
which
no,
gave
I-
him 200 extra hit points.
And
He
then
got
we-
knocked out, and then he shapeshifted again because he had 3 uses of wild shape.
Yeah.
Yeah. I mean, not to mention like when I was playing that Druid Collie, like I already was like a con-based Druid, and then I would turn into elementals.
It's been a problem.
It was like 800 HP total.
All editions, really.
Yeah.
So I'm glad to see them kind of address that.
They finally have Find Familiar, but they're going to call it Wild Companion. Druid should have a pet. Daggone it.
Yes.
Druid should have a pet.
Absolutely.
Let me guess, it adds Find Familiar to their spell list for free.
So here's the thing. No. If you notice, they're just adding the spell. They're not like you have the spell now always.
Yeah.
They're doing everything in spell.
When they could have just been like, hey, you got a familiar.
There it is. Don't worry about it.
Yeah, now it's like, no, it's a spell.
What's that, a familiar to spell magic?
Yeah. Counterspell.
Okay, at level 7, Druids get a feature called Elemental Fury. It lets players pick between two options, Primal Strike or Potent Casting. Potent Casting allows you to add your Wisdom modifier to damage you deal with a Druid cantrip. And at level 15, the range of cantrips increased by 300 feet. Primal Strike lets you deal an extra 1d8 of cold, fire, lightning, or thunder damage once per turn with your attacks. At level 7, it goes up. Okay. So you can either get you can either do like a melee
or a spellcasting.
More spellcasting buff.
Okay.
Let's see. Man, whoever wrote this one did not write it in points. They just wrote paragraphs. I don't like whoever this person
is. Technically, really short paragraph. I'm looking at it's literally one sentence paragraph.
Yeah, man. Like nope.
Mm-hmm.
That means nothing to me.
You have known shapes.
Did that paragraph say nothing?
That mean? Oh yeah, because they did something stuff with the circle forms. Okay, so Moon Druid got some changes. Okay, it looks like they're gonna their ACs are not the ACs of the creature, but it's like your AC or your stat.
I feel like that's a natural thing because they're reducing the hit point total based off of temporary hit points. Yeah. That's just a natural.
So that's all we got for Druid, really. Yeah. And like I said, this is just. I feel like it's just more the way this person wrote it.
Just laid it out weird.
Yeah. Okay. All right. Hold on. Here's some things. Wild shapes now. You regain one through a short rest. That's good. So now you can get one back by short resting. Level 5, you can use Wild Resurgence so you can spend a spell slot to get a wild shape back.
Okay.
Hold on. I'm gonna forecast 6th edition. All spells come back on a short rest, and everything's a spell now.
Stop.
Okay.
Stop.
I feel like we're not gonna see the full effect of So it seems like he focused on fixing wild shape with the Druid. I mean, Druid isn't a bad class already. I feel like Druid's a good class. Yeah. Druid's a stable, good class. I understand they didn't do too much to it.
I technically haven't seen their spell list. I want to see them have an expanded spell list.
I'm pretty sure the spell list has been adjusted.
Besides Wild Shape, my major issue with Druid is the
spell list
limited number of what I would consider to be elemental spells. They're Druids. I want to conjure lightnings and colds and fires, and it's like, okay, I get 2 cold spells.
Yeah, so technically, I think an Evo Wizard has more evocations than a Druid. And okay. That's fair. That's fair. I feel like we all feel the same about Druid.
Yeah.
We need to see the spell list.
Yeah.
I feel like the casters are all going to have that, show me the Carfax. I feel like all the casts are going to have that for us.
Yeah.
All right, so let's see.
Is that Wizard?
Okay. This person broke it down by classes. Thank the maker. I'm just saying, dude. I hate that. Okay.
All right. Wizards get spellcasting.
Well, that's surprising.
I'm joking.
Okay, it looks like they've adjusted the number of prepared spells on the Wizards table.
That's cool.
They can replace cantrips now.
Ooh.
Spell books can be used as a spellcasting focus. Was that not a thing?
I guess not.
Was that not a thing? You know what? It wasn't until you got the Grimoire. The Grimoire they added in Tasha's, which will let you use your spell because your focus. That's crazy.
I don't know. It's not something that's been heavily focused on.
Okay. Ritual casting has been removed from spell set casting. Classes can now classes can now cast any prepared spell with the ritual tag as a ritual, so you don't have to.
I actually like that change.
That's
the
fair.
whole ritual thing was very clunky. All right, you have to take this feat, which gives you one ritual spell. And
Yeah.
you can learn more ritual spells.
Yeah.
So
Okay.
just giving you the ability to cast ritual
Yeah,
spells
okay.
that way is fantastic.
Let's see. Let's see. Let's see. Spell book. Also, spell books. Okay, cool. This. It is impossible now to read someone's spell book without identify.
I feel like that.
That's fair.
Well, no, it's fair, but I feel like they had that in the older editions.
Yeah.
I don't know. I don't know.
Because you used to have read magic.
Yeah,
to
read magic.
actually
Read magic.
Read spells.
Yeah.
So, I think that's maybe that's a like a tip to that.
Yeah.
Let's see. Ritual adept. We all talk about scholar. Multidisciplinary. You can gain an expertise in the following skill. An expertise for wizards: Arcana, History, Investigation.
Well, this is an answer to all the rogues who were better at spellcraft than actual wizards.
Yeah, that's a fair point. Okay, so they didn't read them all, but we both know that every school
Yeah.
is gonna have a thing.
Well, they haven't added the 9th school of, or the 12th school of magic, purple.
Purple spells.
What about the color of magic, Aaron?
Okay. Memorize spell. Wizards can now swap out one prepared spell out of their book whenever they take a short rest. I like that.
Okay.
I like that. I like being able to swap out a spell. Like, oh, I prepared for this. This is not it, guys. Short rest. All right, I'm going to switch this spell for this spell.
Yeah,
I think that's
I
fair.
have no problem with
I think that's fair. Because here's the thing. Wizard archetypes aren't going to give you a lot of
Is
stuff.
that level 5?
Yeah.
Oh, man, I feel like that should be lower in the list.
Yeah. Because here's the thing. I feel like you're not going to get a bunch of wizard features because your features are your magic, right? Oh, it's going to be the spells. So we're not going to be able to do too much on wizard because it's all in the spell list. Let's see. Spell mastery has a few changes. Casting time, you swap one spell. However, now spells can always be prepared. So anything in mastery is always prepared. You don't have to spend any time on it.
I think that
Which is a
had
free
a
spell.
similar feature already.
Yeah.
But, you know, I'm surprised that they didn't have spell school mastery like they had weapon mastery. So if you do like an evocation, it lights them on fire. You do a chill, cold spell, it slows them or something.
Yeah.
And then you get to choose a spell mastery based on your school.
Mm-hmm. Backing up your spellbook is now cheaper, so because it's actually really expensive. If you lose your spellbook as a wizard, it takes, depending on what level you are, it is a lot of gold
Yeah.
to replace your spellbook.
That's actually true, but have you ever had a player lose their spellbook?
I mean, here's the thing: like
Nick's
well,
like,
hold on.
"Yes."
Like, I actually when a group was captured, I destroyed the spellbook the wizard had, and I realized he's like, yeah, I don't have enough to get it back, so I had to RP him a way to get that book back, because essentially he had to pay I don't even know how much it was, but it was a lot of gold.
Well, yeah, because it's paid per spell you had to buy, which generally they would have,
I mean, here's the thing:
gain
if you're,
spells as they went
technically,
up
if you're a
level.
wizard and your enemy has captured you, they should be freaking either burning your spellbook or hiding it or locking it away. So I don't know. Hey guys, target your wizard spellbooks. No, don't do.
I mean,
Don't do
all
that.
I need to do is just disintegrate my wizard spellbook. I mean, I've been targeting the wrong thing all these years.
Yeah.
It's just you cast.
Well, your wizard
Okay.
spellbook is a spell.
So I
now.
feel like we all wizard, they made a few changes,
Yeah.
but wizards all wizards meat and potatoes are going to be in the spells.
Yeah.
Which we don't know all the spells yet.
I technically see fighters be like, I disarm the wizard spellbook.
So here's the thing to think about. So you got to think about all of Tasha's spells, all of Xanathar's spells, all of those splat book spells are probably going to be in just the core book now, which means when those other books come out afterwards, there's going to be even more spells. So
Crazy.
we love casting spells.
We do.
That's how we feel about
we
wizards.
I mean,
Oh, here we go.
Okay, I'm not gonna lie. This is something that was a bit. I heard through the grapevine about this, but I'm not gonna say anything. Okay. Do you like Hunter's Mark?
yeah. Do you like Hunter's Mark?
Wait.
It's actually not Ranger. They renamed the Ranger to Hunter's Mark, the class. I mean,
Okay. No, we're let's go. Let's.
Rock and roll.
Okay.
Hey!
Level 1. Oh my god. I did it. I did it by knocking over my.
you forecasted it before you
He did
I
forecast
said,
it.
okay, fair enough. I said before this, I'm gonna be the one to bang or knock the table, and I said it was gonna have to deal with my mouse. I knocked over my coffee.
Oh boy.
Can I be really happy that it was in a little closed thing?
Yes.
And we don't have coffee everywhere, and then we're just like, and then we're gonna have like the
Well,
the be right back.
Make for a nice outtake.
I would expect like a be right back thing, and we'll just make it goes da da da, and then just be right back, and then come back in. All right. Oh my god. All right. We're good. We're good. We're good.
We are good.
Are you good? Let me just move this a little.
Yeah.
Let me just move that a little.
No, what it is like this is me with my mouse. I'm like, click. Okay, no, I'm sorry.
There's a lot of movement. Where you going with that thing, Kentucky?
Well, here's the funny thing, like,
you're going across the state, California.
Well, here's this. It's like I sometimes lift the mouse as I move and then set it back down. Like I do that all the time, so I end up
Everywhere.
like my mouse pad is like this. I'm everywhere, man. I'm all across it.
You actually
You don't want to see me while I'm.
You have a magic play mat as your mouse pad.
I do. Listen, you don't want to. That's why I don't computer game, bro. I would just be like, I would need a table like this for one laptop. All right. Okay, so they can level 1 prepare spells. They can also use druidic focuses for their spell casting, like in Tasha's Cauldron of Everything. Okay, so in 2024 Player's Handbook, strengthens the Ranger's relationship with the trademark spell Hunter's Mark. Here we go. For the base class, Relentless Hunter, all powered up. It also now deals force damage on a hit. I do like that. I do like Hunter
Force
Mark.
damage?
Yeah.
I feel like it would.
That's pretty cool.
Yeah.
That's pretty cool.
All right. So, favorite enemy.
What?
All right. Seeing significant change. This feature no longer focuses on tracking and recalling information about certain creature types or learning their language. I don't like that. Though you can learn 2 new languages through the Death Explorer feature below. Instead, you can now cast Hunter's Mark twice per long rest without expending spell
So
slots.
favorite enemy is
and you always
actually
have it prepared. Wait, so
Hunter's
you
Mark.
favorite enemy was good flavor though.
It was fantastic
But-
flavor.
Well,
I mean, it wasn't great. It wasn't great.
Mark.
Favorite enemy was not the best.
That depended on how you use the campaign.
Well, like yeah,
Story
like,
heavy.
That's you being a DM, being kind and letting your
Yeah.
ranger get some
Yeah.
get some fracking favorite enemy in. But normally, no. Okay.
Okay.
I almost rather see
This will make it much easier for them to keep up with fighters, barbarians, and paladins and damage. Like that was not.
I think they need to
Should've
be
been a
able to
separate thing.
use their Hunter's Mark dice to add
new
new
spellcasting
cool
feature. You can
features.
prepare
It's
more. All right. So weapon mastery, of course. Battle axe, longbow, scimitar. I do like longbow with slow. That makes sense. So now you can keep enemies that you want to keep away, help them keep them away longer. You know, like, you know, if you guys are, you know, like the strategy thing, like, oh my god, if he gets close to our wizard or our caster, it's going to be a problem. I'm going to hit him with slow, giving your fighters, your tankier people, time to intercept.
No, we just give him you got the barbarian there with his like 25-foot knockback. The guy running in provokes the attack of opportunity. He gets knocked back 25 feet. Like,
All right, so Natural Explorer is got Mike. Come on, bro. Well, that was gentle. That wasn't as gentle. I don't know how the mics heard it, but it didn't. It wasn't as bad. So Natural Explorer is not a feature in 24 Ranger. Instead, you if you would like to be an expert navigator, you now gain access to spells that could help, like Alarm, Goodberry, Speak with Animals. You can also select an expertise in survival. Like that's not even. It's like you lost this, but you could kind of do it with these skills. That's not good.
That's not.
I don't.
What?
What? No. That literally is just saying we took something away. That's not actually saying that you gained anything new. They're literally saying, hey, we took Natural Explorer away.
and then added these spells in its place, which
Oh,
you would
boy.
already have anyway.
Yeah, I think those are already ones that were on your list. So it's just
I
saying.
think it is.
I feel like the person who was writing this was like, okay, you lost Natural Explorer, but
Wait,
you can use these things.
you can use these things that no one
Use
cares about at the moment.
Goodberry.
Like Goodberry doesn't mean you're a good explorer. It means you
Yeah.
can cast Goodberry. All right.
That's,
Death Explorer benefit. Now new feature. You get expertise in 1 skill and 2 languages. Okay, so okay.
That's pretty nice.
you
Yeah.
got
Is
rid
that
of
level
Natural
2?
Explorer and replaced it with Deft Explorer.
Well, Death Explorer was better in the other edition than this, but you can get perception.
Okay.
That's cool.
I like Depth Explorer.
Okay, so you
That's
get a
pretty
fighting style at level 2. Blah, 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 blah. Let's see, they did Beastmaster. Let's see. You get your Primal Companion, which is better than like the other companions. I don't know if you looked at Tasha's Cauldron, the Primal Companion.
Yeah,
just a
I mean,
better
Nah, they're
companion.
cool. They're cool.
Exception.
Because the core book, Animal Companion, was a terrible.
Yeah, it was bad. Exceptional
Yeah.
training. It can take the dash, dodge, and great help action using a bonus action. Lastly, it shares some benefits of Hunter's Mark.
There it is.
Oh, Fey Wanderer. Gloomstalker still
Of
here.
course.
They added Gloomstalker, Hunter, Primal Awareness. So, it's not a feature in Ranger 2024.
Stop.
You still can get a greater awareness by taking expertise in perception and using magic like beasts. Okay, they took another thing away.
Oh boy.
All right, formerly a part of Death. Okay, so they put something away from Death Explorer and has been added as a single buff. It grants. Okay, so at level 6 you get more movement.
Hooray.
So you can do your Hunter's Mark.
Level 8 Land Stride is not a feature. Instead, it gets expertise at level 9.
Oh.
Level 9, you get 2 more skills. Level 10 Tireless, you can grant yourself temporary hit points.
It's gonna
That's
do
it.
more than temporary hit points. 'cause
This feature is like
Stop.
at level
hold
10.
on. This feature also is like this was an ability from another ranger. Oh my god, this is just so much fluff talking. Like they just want to.
I don't know. All I see is wisdom modifier.
Yeah, no, it doesn't mean it. They're just talking like just says in. Trials also allows you to reduce your exhaustion. That's
Okay,
it.
that's pretty okay.
I mean, it's
I don't.
Guess
really
what?
see
Hide
it
and play
getting
sight
used.
This
is
is
not
not
a
a-
reach feature. The 2024 Ranger gets tireless at level 10.
So Aaron, you know what is the feature? Hunter's Mark.
Hunter's Mark.
Taking damage can no longer break your Hunter's Mark at level 13.
So you have to wait till level 13.
Nature's Veil. You can turn invisible as a bonus action. Whatever.
If I see that
Vanish
one more
is
time,
not a part of the 24 Ranger.
I swear, if I see that one more time, dude.
Let's see. Precise Hunter for creatures marked by Hunter's Mark. You have advantage against them. By this point, you have 6 free castings of Hunter's Mark. Who
I
cares?
technically don't like.
If you need
like,
6 free,
even
if you
at
need
that
Hunter's Mark
level-
6 times,
Wait,
then
you don't even get that till 17.
Yeah,
That's
but
not even that
you
great.
get advantage. Like there's so many
Rudy
other ways
freaking
to
do.
gain advantage. So at level
let's
17, that's just a waste.
Blind Sight at level 18.
Dang, everybody getting Blind Sight.
Epic.
So you're
okay.
saying
Okay. So, oh my God, Ranger.
All they
What?
did was take and take.
like, guys, you were
don't
doing
know.
so
I
well.
feel like there's missed opportunity because they could have used the Hunter's Mark dice to do trip attacks
And
or
other cool stuff.
knockbacks,
They don't have
or-
any of the things that
Like,
any other
could've-
classes
I'm
have.
looking at Rogue, who's like, I use my sneak attack to knock him unconscious, and the Ranger's over here like, I don't have to make concentration checks on my Hunter's Mark. Like,
Well, here's the thing: they could have had it to where like your Hunter's Mark benefits your companion.
Where's the versatility?
Your companion
Yeah,
benefits
like,
off your
where-
Hunter's
where-
Mark.
could get
Where is
your
the
advantage
versatility
of
Do we
that
need
every
to-
other class had? Where is it? It's gone.
We need to just call them and be like, here.
I mean, no, but
Listen.
here's the thing: like everything had a kind of theme. It was like you can do more in combat. You can trade out damage for effects.
Yeah, but I don't
you
feel
can
like
do
the
this
Ranger
for this.
got any of that. Like they didn't get
No,
any
they
The
did.
Ranger instead just lost things.
Okay.
No, like, you
and
can
were
cast
replaced with
Bloodberry
suggestions.
now.
So in
And,
2024 D&D, if you want to play a ranger,
Play
you're gonna
something
play
else.
a fighter
Fighter
with a bow.
druid.
I
A
feel
fire
like what's
druid.
missing is they should have been like, you get expertise in Hunter's Mark.
Oh man, that's
Like-
that's.
Hunter's Mark is but it's
man.
still a spell.
You know what? I was
Yeah.
like, man, they're doing. You know what? No, was wrong. I was enjoying what they were doing too much.
Mm-hmm.
I was liking everything a little too much,
And then the Ranger happened.
and then Ranger happened. Holy crap!
That's terrible.
Okay, so I think we all agree that that's bad.
That's just Can we go to a different one?
I am hoping that that's going to get an errata.
It
a
better.
hard
Get a
errata.
palette cleanser.
But you know what? It probably won't because they didn't errata Elemental Monk.
I'm pretty sure the book's already out and has been sent to people for review,
Yeah.
so it's not likely to get a.
Yeah. It's all right. So what's new with Monk?
Yeah.
I heard that this may be kind of cool. So let's get into it. Let's get into Monk. Maybe Monk can watch that dragonborn
That's
bro.
so good.
Okay. They should have the love they put into the art should have gone to Ranger. Okay. Okay. Changes come early with martial arts. The biggest change is the martial arts die is one size larger at a D6 now. It starts at a D6.
That's fine.
I like that.
Okay, now it goes all the way up to a D12.
Ooh.
Next up, the monk's weapon has been simplified. Now, any martial weapon with the light property qualifies as a monk weapon.
That was a needed change.
Yep.
That's
All
cool.
civil weapons are monk. And finally, now you can use your dexterity instead of strength when grappling or shoving a creature as a monk.
Thank you.
Monk focus level 2. Let's see. Familiar, patient defense, step of the wind. Okay, patient defense now allows you to take the disengage as a bonus action when spending focus. Okay, so focus is now key.
Okay. I can see why.
Yeah.
That's pretty cool.
Patient defense now allows you to take the disengage action as a bonus action without spending focus points. You don't have to do that now. But if you do spend the focus point, you can disengage and dodge as a bonus action.
That's the same.
Disengage and dodge? So essentially you're like, whoom. Okay, that's kind of cool.
Yeah, it's pretty neat.
Okay, it's kind of cool. Okay, I'm sorry.
Yeah.
Likewise, Step of the Wind allows you to dash as a bonus action with no focus point required. But spending one allows you to disengage and dash as part of the same bonus action. Using a focus point with Step of the Wind also doubles your jump distance.
Monks are gonna monk
It's
hard
already
now.
better than Ranger.
Like already.
The Rangers over there like, I wish I could do something.
All right.
I
Level. All right. We're only level. That was level 1.
Yeah.
That was all level 1.
The Rangers over there like, I'm going to take
All right.
one level of monks.
So, Uncanny Metabolism at level 2, a monk character can regain all expended focus points when they roll initiative once per long rest. Additionally, when you use this feature, you also regain hit points equal to your monk level plus your martial arts die. So once per turn, if you've like blown them all in a fight, you can just and get them back.
Yes.
Once a day. That's cool because I mean, that's if you're doing more than one combat in a day. I like that. All right, deflect attacks.
Yeah.
Formerly, deflect missiles, as when they are suggested, deflect attacks can now more usually. It no longer is limited to ranged weapon attacks. Deflect attacks now allow you to reduce damage to attacks that include bludgeoning, piercing, and slashing. The damage is reduced by a D10 plus your dexterity and monk level. And you reduce it to 0. You can spend a focus point to redirect the attack. Depending on the attack is melee in range, you can target a creature within 5 or 60 feet and force them to make a saving throw against the damage based on your martial arts dice plus your dexterity modifier.
Yes.
I can parry swords now.
Yeah,
I
and
feel
make
like
them
it-
hit other
I'm
people.
not- Like, that's so that they clarified bludgeoning, piercing, and
Slashing.
slashing. Yeah.
That's dope. That's dope. You just swung at me? No, you hit him. No. Oh, that's
That
that's
sounds amazing.
Oh, that's good.
Dang, and we're only at level 3.
We're only at level 3. Why is this so good?
Oh.
My god. Okay.
Oh, snap.
Once again. All right. Let's see. Way of Mercy. Let's see. Example. Okay, looks like Way of Mercy's all pretty much the same. Okay, but they feel like buffed with the healing. Way of Shadow. So you cast Darkness and Minor Illusion. Okay, so in other words, now you just get them as spells. You don't have to spend the... You have spells.
Okie dokie.
Let's see. At level 11, Improved Shadow Step allows you to spend a focus point to ignore the dim light or darkness restriction to Shadow Step. And now make an unarmed strike immediately after you teleport as a bonus action. Wait, so now at higher levels,
You're just a ninja.
I make the shadow. So you're a ninja.
You're just a ninja.
You're actually ninja. Like, nin.
That's good.
Okay.
That's good.
Yeah. Finally, Cloak of Shadow at 17 allows you to writhe yourself in shadow. Effects will last a minute until you're incapacitated. Oh, that's great. Yep. Whilst active, you have the invisible condition. That
Yeah.
even persists after you're attacked with the spell. And you can move through occupied spaces. They were difficult to rain. You can use Fear Blows without needing to spend any focus points while you're in shadow.
Oh my god.
That's pretty sweet.
Okay, so Way of Elements has its own tab, so we're gonna go to that later. So apparently they've done some stuff with Way of Elements, enough where they made it its own separate article. Then Way of the Open Hand. Let's see, tuning attacks, wherever needs a bonus action. This action now heal. Okay, so now Wholeness of Body heals as a bonus action with your martial arts hit die plus your wisdom modifier, rather than 3 times your monk level. However, now you can lose a number of times equal to your wisdom modifier per long rest. So now open hand can heal a little better for itself. Fleet of Step allows you to step a wind as part of any bonus action already used to perform a step of the wind.
Wow.
Quivering Palm has been rebalanced. It now costs 4 focus points and does 10d12 force damage. Okay, but that's the big move though. That's the 5 palm exploding heart technique. Pi Mate taught you the 5 palm exploding heart technique. So Stunning Strike is still there, but now can only be used once per turn.
Fair.
I just thought about with my Shadow Monk, and I was just like teleporting behind everyone. I was like, Stunning Strike.
We did.
Stunning Strike.
But also, like, when it missed, you actually did. I missed on the stunning.
Let me try that again.
Yeah. He made the same. I think he made the same.
Like 3, Stunning Strike. Stunning Strike. Stunning Strike. Yeah.
Like it guaranteeing that you're probably going to get it that turn.
Yeah, that's fair.
That's fair.
Keen Power Strike allows you to change your damage type of unarmed strikes to force. Oh my god.
That's cool.
5. Yeah.
That's super cool.
That changes from the magical.
Yeah. Instead
Magical
of being
hands.
considered magic.
Okay, I can see that. If they got rid of the magical hands and made it force
Yeah,
damage,
I'm
I
thinking
can
so.
see that being a big
Heightened
thing.
Focus at level 10 it improves your core monk features. Failure of blows gains an additional attack. Holy shit.
Wow.
Bringing the total to 3 per bonus action. Patient Defense now grants you temporary hit points based on 2 rolls of your martial arts dice. Finally, Step of the Wind now allows you to move a willing creature that's larger, smaller with you until end of turn. They don't. What?
You just
So you
take
can.
'em.
All I can think of is Crouching Tiger, Hidden Dragon, when the monk was just like, "Come."
I don't know. There's a lot of stuff, and we're only like at a level 10.
Self Restoration. Let's see. You can avoid a level of exhaustion. Okay, once. Let's see, and you can end a charm, frighten, poison condition on yourself. Okay,
That's
they had
cool.
anything like that before. Deflect Energy at 13. Upgraded Deflect attacks now allows you to reduce the damage of attacks of any damage type. So at
Stop.
13, now you're parrying fire.
No, he's parrying the magic missiles.
Bow, bow, bow.
You're deflecting the magic missile back.
Oh my, dude! I just want a wizard to like. Did you magic missile me? What? Bam, 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 bam. I feel like me and Nick are really enjoying this monster.
Dude, I love
Monk
it.
is super
It's
good.
so good.
Why is it so good? Why is it so
I don't
good?
know. It could have been better if it had Hunter's Mark.
Stop.
Perfect Focus. We roll initiative, and you are below. And you this is 15. You are below 4 focus points. You don't have uncanny metabolism. You can now regain enough to get you back at 4. So when you're under 4 and you've already used your things, 4 is the minimum you're going to be at. Which there's a lot of ways to spend focus. So I feel like I'm going to be spending more of it in a go, which is good since I can get more back. Like I first I was thinking like, oh, I'm going to have too much focus or key. And now I'm like, oh no, I'm going to spend.
Well,
I'm
you
going to
can
be
use
spending the heck out of it.
You can use a lot of the focus to augment your powers.
Yeah. There's a lot of
You
augmentation.
still get a lot of really good abilities that you don't need to use focus
Yeah,
for.
superior defense at 18, 3 focus points to gain resistance to everything except force for a minute until you're incapacitated. It's ideal when you're up against high level enemies. Wow. Okay.
That's really powerful.
That's
Holy
super
crap.
strong.
Hold on. All right, let's hold on because apparently Way of Elements Monk was so bad that it got its own page. So let's see.
Yeah.
Let's see what they did with Way of Elements Monk. All right. All right. Let's see. Power. This is just explaining.
Thunder damage.
Let's see. This feature. It's a core feature. It infuses unarmored spike with elemental energy. It extends your reach to 10 feet and allows you to output acid, cold, fire, lightning, or thunder damage. It's what it should have been in the beginning. It essentially, remember when the Dragon Monk came out? I was like, this is Way of Elements right. Because Dragon Monk can change its damage type to elemental. Disciple. No.
Hold on. Read that because that's
Monks who want to throw elemental hands as soon as they wait. Hold on. Who wrote this? Whoever wrote this was being spicy.
Yeah.
Monks who want to throw elemental hands as soon as they can Warforged Fungus again. Happy to hear. That is an extremely efficient feature. You can enter Elemental Attunement for 1 focus point at the start of your turn. So you're not wasting a bonus action, and it lasts 10 minutes until you're no longer...
Yeah.
So now you choose an element, and you're just like, charge.
I love it.
Okay.
I mean, I don't know. I think you need to scream a little bit as you're doing that.
Ooh.
Yeah, there you go. Well, actually, I don't know. That's a little quiet, Nick. You need
Okay.
to...
All right, this feature gives you elementalism. So Tilly kind of... Okay, so you're going to get some sort of... Well, this is really explaining it all. This feature allows you to get elementalism. It's a new cantrip. Elementalism. I don't know what that is. Elemental Monk would allow you to channel... You know what they did? They took Mold Earth, Shape Water, Control Fire,
And then gave it to...
Elementalism.
to a spell.
It's now
Okay.
1 cantrip Elementalism, and now you have it.
There you go.
Okay, all right. That's cool. So now you can do a little avatar stuff. Elemental Burst for 2 focus points to Imagine action. You're not... Let's see. Allows you to detonate in a 20-foot radius a spear of explosion of one of the elements. That's cool. They fail their dexterity saving throw. They take damage equal to 3 rolls of your martial arts dice.
Oh, okay.
So you can you consider just boom in front of yourself in elemental damage.
That's really cool.
It's already better. Let's see. Elemental stability. So your martial arts dice increases, so does your output of this ability, maxing out at 3d12 at 17. So that orb is going to get really pretty
Goofy,
decent at
yeah.
higher levels.
I'm surprised there isn't a thing for focus points and elemental resistance.
Expanding your toolbox. Let's see. 11 Stride of Elements. While this feature... Okay, so you can use the Element's Attunement to gain a fly or swim speed.
Cool.
That's cool.
Nice move,
Twinkle
Twinkle Toes.
God dang it.
Yeah, good reference.
Good reference. Having 10 feet, fly. Okay, this is just more talking about the stuff. Elemental, what is that?
Epitome.
Let's see. You gain resistance to
Okay.
the damages.
That's it. Because I feel like they should get it.
Next, your Step of the Wind gets a buff, allowing you to move 20 feet further
Oh my god.
and dish out elemental damage equal to your martial arts dice to any creature within 5 feet up. So you literally
Elemental
dash your
dashing.
element. It's what is it? Ashodon Stride. The
Stride,
Ashodon Stride.
yeah.
But now, okay.
But now
okay.
you can just do it.
Okay. And then Master of All Elements. Let's see.
The Avatar.
The Avatar.
Let's
I
share.
mean, I guess if you hit level 20.
Base Monk. Okay, no, this is just more review. Okay.
Gotcha.
Okay, so they fixed Elemental Monk. All
They
right.
did.
So now that we've done all of Monk, how do we feel about Monk, Mike?
Feel like they've added too much stuff. I mean, comparatively, we have to looking at all the other classes, especially Ranger. The Monk got so much in their toolkit
Oh my god.
that it's just a wide spectrum. You can do this, and fly, and throw flaming fist, and your resisting elements, and your
Well, that's way of Elemental. If you do way of Elemental, yeah.
But all of them have their own. You're stepping through the shadows. Like technically, even if we look at the Barbarian, the Monk has still way more in their toolkit overall than even the Barbarian has.
Nick?
I have. Look at me. I have a preference to monks, and so my opinion is not unbiased. I think it's cool. They get a lot. Being able to deflect spells would be rad. Somebody scorching rays, I just slap it.
Job with the class.
I feel like whoever was working on Monk was just.
I mean,
They just kept going.
Spice. They just kept giving it that
They just
spice.
kept doing
I
it.
like all the things they did.
Oh.
It's just so much in comparison to,
Yeah.
I'll say, Ranger, who's like, that's been removed. That's been removed.
I think
That's
Ranger
been
got no
removed.
love and Monk got all the love.
Okay,
Oh.
so, because I know we were kind of feeling kind of crazy about Barbarian and Fighter. Is Monk better than them now?
Then a barbarian?
Or a Fighter?
Yeah.
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 Well, yeah. Like,
I
the
Yeah.
fighter's like, I can shift my 10 feet as a bonus action. And the monk's like, I fly 25 feet and then spend his focus point and heal.
Oh.
Like, the fighter's got 2 uses of second wind, and the monk's like, I I hit with my focus.
I can't wait.
And they have way more focus points than the fighter has second wind.
I think right now, my two favorites. So I not yet, because we got others to go through. We got other, yeah.
Yeah. 'Cause once we're done, we're gonna. Okay. All right. Let's keep it moving.
I was actually very curious about what was going to go on here.
All right, sorcerer. Like I said before, it's really hard to judge the magic classes because we don't have the spells, right?
Yeah.
But let's see. They seem like they've done some changes. Okay. Let's see.
Ultimate cosmic power.
Yeah.
Let's do these points. All right. So apparently, spellcasters are going to get more spells now.
Okay.
Sorcerers get more spells.
I feel like you can see that. I feel like in 5th edition they reduced the number of spells.
Yeah, you do feel a little shortchanged. I feel like I mean, I'm not saying I understand. You got meta magic, but I feel like they could have given like you one extra here and there, and just to kind of because your list as a sorcerer is very limited. You do a thing.
You get like 20 spells. Between 9 levels. So like,
and you can change a cantrip when you level. So every level you
that's
can switch
right
out
up there with the wizard. So I'm not overly
All right,
surprised.
so level 1 spell casting. Let's see. First spells, but it changes. A little stylic. Edit your spell list.
Yes.
Okay, so everyone. So wait. First, everyone prepares spells, but this changes style for the sorcerer. You can still edit your spell list when you level up. You can only change one spell. Oh, so even sorcerers have prepared spells.
Okay.
So that means they must have really increased the list if I'm having prepared spells now. I feel like if I'm a sorcerer and I have prepared spells now, my list better be
pretty big.
My list better be better. Like I'm just saying. Innate sorcery. Let's see. Mags in your blood. With innate sorcery, you can spend a bonus action to surge in magical power for a minute. During that time, your spell save DC is increased by 1, and you have advantage on attack rolls. You can use this feature twice per long rest.
That's really good.
So you're powering up. Okay.
Advantage on attack rolls for sorcerer spells. That is
which is mostly just cantrips, I believe. Because that's not. Well, no.
No, because you get scorching ray.
Scorching ray.
And, things of that.
They said they buffed cryomatic orbs.
Yeah.
Cryomatic orb kind of got slept on.
The orbs, yeah.
Mm-hmm. I can't think of the spell that. It's like a spell that hit and then had a chance to bounce.
Chaos orb, I think.
Chaos bolt.
Chaos bolt. That's it. Chaos bolt. That was it. Yeah.
Chaos bolt. Okay.
Because I made that hex sorcerer because hex only worked with attack rules. So there are actually quite a few spells that have attacks.
Okay, so careful spell now protects your allies from taking half damage on a success. Oh. So careful spell before just made them immune. Now they just protect them.
On a successful save?
Mm-hmm. So they take half of the half.
Interesting.
So it's not as careful anymore. Yeah, that's okay. Okay. Let's see. Extended spell has advantage. Okay, that's almost the same. Heightened spell costs 2 now instead of 3. Heightened spell was kind of costly. I didn't take it because it cost 3. Okay, that's good.
3 is a lot when you don't get that many points.
Yeah.
Seeking spell is now 1 instead of 2. That's also good.
Yeah.
Subtle spell now allows you to ignore material components. That's good.
Yeah, I like
That's
that.
what it should do.
Yeah, that's good.
That's pretty much what it should
Twin
do, yeah.
spell has been reconfigured. Now twin spell applies to spells that can be upcast to target additional creatures. Okay.
Yeah, buddy.
Okay. Such as advanced spell was 1, only costs 1 sorcery point. So for example, you have a level 7 and you can't one spell when you can't cast banishment at level 5 necessary slot. Okay, so in other words, you can use the twin spell. My banishment would target another person at level 7, but I'm going to spend twin spell, so now my banishment is going to be able to target 2 people instead of 1 now.
Yeah,
because the spell can target more.
We didn't choose a bloodline, did we?
No. This is just generic. This is just generic sorcerer stuff.
That's actually.
Well, I feel
like that's a good needed clarification on that. And
yeah.
Because it was weird. I mean, twin spells.
It is very weird, and this makes spells that actually target multiple creatures with upcastings a little bit more valuable within.
Yeah.
Within that.
So let's see. We're gonna get Ardent Mind, Clockwork Sorcery. Looks like they did some tweaks, but won't tell us how. Draconic sorcery has been significantly improved, granting you new and stronger spells and more dragon-like features.
Oh, clockwork sorcery.
Let's see. Dragon resistance includes new AC calculation, including your charisma. It always should have.
Yep.
It always should have.
Yep.
A dragon companion.
Nice.
The new summon dragon spell.
Let's see. Wild magic. Yeah. So now wild magic sorcery triggers on 20 instead of let's see. So there's a new table. God dang it. We don't have it.
Oh boy.
Oh boy. Let's see. The table itself is makeover. Yada yada yada. After casting a spell, Ties of Chaos. Okay, so now you can also still use the sorcery points to bend the luck roll and move it a little bit up and down.
Yeah.
Okay.
Like before. Sorceress Restoration. Once per day, you can regain all sorcery points on a short rest. That's oh my god,
Well,
that's
that
good.
fits the whole short rest thing we've seen with the other classes.
Yeah, because like it allows a sorcerer
Equal to half your level rounded down, I think.
Yeah.
It's still really good though.
What
I mean,
about
that's getting any back is
super good.
without having to burn spell slots.
Yeah.
So Nick, find steed or summon dragon companion.
Dragon companion.
Sorcery Incarnate. With Sorcery Incarnate, spend 2 sorcery points in addition. Sorcery Incarnate allows you to use up to 2 meta magic options on each spell.
Okay, that's not necessarily a big deal either.
Yeah.
And that's a nice change, giving the sorcerer more options to play
Yeah.
around with.
And like I said, I feel like the other options, because these are just epic boons anyone can get.
Yeah.
And I feel like the meat and potatoes are going to be in those classes, those subclasses.
Yeah.
Surprised they went with clockwork sorcerer.
Yeah, interesting choice.
Well, they've updated it too because Clockwork didn't really feel like it. I really wanted more in Clockwork Sorcerer, so I hope I hope it gives me a little bit
I mean,
more.
since they have so many options, like
Sauce.
an aberrant sorcerer.
I need more
or,
spellcaster sorcerer
I don't
sauce.
even remember like the undead sorcerer was called.
Yeah.
So
So how do we feel about Sorcerer?
I think it was all right.
Yeah, I
it was pretty good.
I think
Pretty
it
good.
was improvements.
But
like I
no,
said,
it's
I-
not
I- I-
crazy.
I still don't know about the summon dragon spell. I mean, obviously, we'll have to see this.
We'll have to see the spell.
It did
Well,
say
I'm
it was.
pretty
Well,
sure
it
it's
did
not gonna
say
be
it
a
was a
giant
capstone
dragon.
ability. So if it's a capstone
Really?
ability, then it probably is like a full-on dragon.
Yeah, because that could have its own issues if you just start summoning dragons.
Here we
everywhere.
go.
I want to summon dragons
It's
everywhere.
time
Okay, so Bardic
I mean, what could
Inspiration.
go wrong? What could
for the
possibly-
bard.
Creatures granted Bard Inspiration now have a use for it for an hour instead of 10 minutes. So they can hold on to it for a little longer.
Okay, that's cool.
Bard Inspiration can now be rolled after the creature fails the D20 test.
Nice.
Bard Inspiration can now be granted to a creature who can hear or see you. Because I think it had to be both, hear and see. Now it's just hear or.
That pays room for different kinds of bards. So I kind of like that.
Okay. Yeah.
You know, the
so-
mime? The guy can actually be a mime now.
Let's see.
You don't have to see.
Let's another, so expertise is granted at 2 instead of 3 as well. So we've already we covered that, and there's going to be new spells. Expertise is at 2. Song of Rest is at 2.
Okay.
And allows them to heal more hit dice or max hit dice when they rest.
Yeah. Let's see. What colleges are we going to get? College of Dance. Brother.
There it is.
Yeah, that's
You can live that river dance dream. Lord of the dance.
well. Actually, I was thinking about our friend who like plays dancers as sorcerers. Now she could be a dancing bard.
But
Yeah.
she could be a dancing.
Now you can make Esmeralda from the Hunchback of Notre Dame and do the dance. That's all I'm saying. I'm not saying
Dude.
that if I had a
Dude.
cartoon crush, that's who it
College
is.
of Dance
But
looks
let's
lit.
allows you to own power of creation through physical form of dance. Boost their defenses while not wearing any armor. That's cool.
You know what they say
Inspiration for
about
fuel.
dance?
They do unarmed strikes as a dancer. Let's.
They fight
All right, so you know what you're gonna have to do. You're
like
gonna have to-
Kukaracha.
You're gonna have to do best of the best, kind of like capoeira.
Oh, capoeira. That's good. Yeah.
Okay. All right, for our Eddie fans, you're gonna be a dancing bard.
So you're saying,
Heck
Aaron,
yeah.
you can dance if
Glamour.
you want to?
Stop.
They added glamour, lore, and valor. So font of inspiration
Okay.
has been, oh my god,
Heavily improved.
Let's see. Always turn the volume. Bard inspiration. I hate the way this is.
Lay down.
Yeah. once you leave roll 5, you can spend a spell slot to regain use of Bardic Inspiration. Okay, so you can spend spell slots to gain your Bardic Inspirations back.
That's pretty cool.
Okay, I see that's a natural. Going back to like the sorcerer and the regaining of using spell slots to regain sorcery.
Counter charm.
Counter Charm is now moved from level 6 to 7 as a bard, but upgraded as well. And let's see, took an action, granting advantage allies advantage against save throws of being frightened or charmed. Okay, that's good. That's good. Counter Charm is a reaction now. Ooh. You don't have to. Yeah, okay. So when they're about to make the save, you can reaction.
That's probably way more useful
than it. Yep.
Instead of trying to time that.
They try to do it. You just kind of. Yeah. And it just,
like you got this, man. Eye of the Tiger, baby. That's how it was. Eye of the Tiger. Okay. Let's see. Magical Secrets has been also sees a buff. Instead of getting 3 chances to access other class spells, it now allows you to select spells from Cleric, Druid, Wizard spell list every time you can add a prepared spell.
Nice.
Wow, that does make Bard. Because here's the thing, I played a Bard and I kind of hate their spell list a little bit. Because like I know I'm supposed to be support, but I at least want like 1 or 2 spicy things without having to wait for magical secrets to.
Although now that they have the dancer,
Yeah,
you don't have to be support. You
Brother.
can get in there.
Brother, I can't wait. I can't wait to just tango a fool to death. Superior Inspiration is now an 18 instead of a 20 ability. That's cool. Is depleted before you roll initiative. Essentially, you recharge.
Nice.
And then the epic boons are epic
boons. Yes.
Right. Which I think is different that the epic boons now come at 19 and 20 instead of like epic boons were like 20 plus things.
Yeah.
Well, and they never got used. They never got used. So now you're gonna use epic boons. So that's cool. So, like I said before. Didn't get a lot about the colleges, but I do think some of the Bard stuff is overall.
I like the changes with Bardic
Yeah,
Inspiration.
Bard's cool.
The reaction on Counter Charm is a good change.
And let's be honest, Bard is a solid class anyway. Mm-hmm. I think Bard's solid. I think Bard was a solid.
I mean, because they can insult people to death.
Yes, Bard is already a solid class. So how do we feel about? Like I said, I think I'm okay with this. I'm okay with this.
I think it's good. Good changes.
But like I said, once again, I feel like I need to see the spell list itself.
Yeah.
A lot of the caster stuff is just like I need to see the list. Okay, so
I want to play a dancer now.
guys, 2024, 5.5, D&D. Nick, what is your impression? How do you feel overall? I know there's some good, some bad, some ugly, but overall, how do you feel?
Overall,
Do you feel better about it than you did before?
I do, and like I said last time, now that I've had a whole view of everything, I don't mind getting rid of the stat blocks for the species. I think that was fine, adding those adjustments, but I like a lot of the changes I've seen. I'm going to ignore the fact that the ranger was even on the list, because that just gave me depression.
What ranger?
I like that there's a lot of tactical things you can do that would encourage not singular tactics but group tactics.
I want to add to see more of the tactics for classes.
Yes.
Yeah, there's a few that very showcase it, and then we didn't get to see it all for all of them.
Yeah.
Like I said, now I know we're only getting to see like a
little piece.
Here's a look, but I'm actually, okay. I'm sorry. Go ahead. Mike.
Yeah.
No, I would like to see more tactical abilities for all the classes in general.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Clearly, I haven't seen the spell list for the casters, so I can't necessarily gauge on how well the casters are going to be, or whether or not they're improved or not. Some spells need to be improved. Mm-hmm.
Well, it looks like they did take some hints with some of the spells though already.
And also, I'll need to see the monster man. I feel like these classes are a step up or a grade higher than their 5th edition counterparts.
Indeed. I'll give you that.
And so, if there's not a balance with the monsters, it could unbalance the game even more, away from it.
Yeah, even more player power than we had before.
Which goes into this idea of DMs not wanting to DM 5th edition due to power imbalances.
Yeah.
Or,
Yes. No, I feel like that's kind of pot calling the kettle black. Because 3.5 has that problem.
Boy, does it.
Pathfinder has that problem.
Worse so.
They all have that problem. I hear you, but I don't. And I know that because 5th edition is so easier that it glares out more. Like you can
Well, I mean,
see it. It's so
It
in your
is.
face.
It is far more apparent. Like if I have a problem in 3rd edition, there are 10,000 different templates that I can stack onto a creature that make.
Yeah,
it
I mean, but that's
challenging.
just because that's.
With 5th edition. It's like
But
okay,
that's because I feel like there's just it's that many freaking monster manual.
yeah,
things.
but they got rid of a lot of the toolkit that DMs have. Instead of they're like, well, just add numbers. But numbers aren't enough to counterbalance the issue in 5th edition.
Yeah.
Okay. That's I will say that part is fair.
Yeah.
But I just feel like
Saving throws being a prime example, at the higher levels, we'll say 20. If I'm not proficient in a save, I will fail that save every time if the DC is 23. There's
Yeah.
nothing I can do from a player's perspective and the DM's perspective.
Yep.
yeah.
And so certain fights will always 100% be trivialized by spellcasters taking certain spells at level 18, and there's nothing I can really do about it at the DM.
yeah,
Which is the birth of legendary resistance, which is kind of like, well, I just slap real legendary resistance on things, but that's just a band-aid to cover the actual problem of saving throw.
Fair
Yeah.
enough.
I mean, but yeah, no, that makes a lot of sense. But I also feel like the numbers, it's the same problem, but just a different skin. Because I feel like when I finally got to what was it I was playing a wizard in a game, and I think I ended the game at 13. And by the time I was done, my spell saves were the numbers were absolutely ridiculous.
I mean,
I feel like
yeah.
it is.
It's like they don't. It's like either they fix it with bigger numbers, or this time they tried legendary resistance. I feel like the answer is somewhere in the middle of that. But
Yeah.
I think a potential problem that I could also see is, you've got the min-max for your, people who want to min-max the character. But if you do it right, you now have the ability to min-max your party.
Yeah.
And while I don't think that's going to be initially a problem, I feel like once it's been out and everybody,
Yeah.
especially if it's a group you
Yeah.
play with
there's-
constantly,
Here's the deal.
you
Right?
might be able to do that.
We have it now where people play builds.
yeah.
And I think, and this is just my opinion.
Mm-hmm.
The system does have blame, right? But I feel like that's also the kind of tone that you set at your table.
Yeah.
If someone comes to your table okay, and you definitely know who it is. They're like, all right, because they're like, I'm excited. I'm gonna play this build, and you gotta let them know, okay, man, we're here for this, and but that's something you have to talk to your table about.
Yeah.
Because I've had
That goes back to when we were talking about mechanical benefits versus lore benefits, and seeing the removal, going back to Ranger, of some lore benefits for, we'll say, Arcane Mark, a mechanical benefit. Because anything that's mechanical will always facilitate more on the build side.
Yeah, and it's
so it would have been nice to keep a lot of the RP stuff.
I feel like it just brings up the bigger issue, especially with a lot of RPGs today, because there's it's so easy for someone, oh my god, I found a broken way to do this thing. Let me make a video about it. Let me make a post about it. And now you have some dude who sees it, he reads it, oh my god, I can break a game at level 6. I'm gonna do that at somebody's table.
Oh, yeah.
And because of that, that information is so much more easily, people who understand the mechanics better, and they offer that. And it's almost like a problem that I feel like a part of us will always have to deal with a little bit.
Regardless of the system.
An issue.
With games.
Yeah.
Like I said before, you're right. I feel like I need to see the whole package. I feel like when I have all 3 books in front of me, I can go, okay.
Yeah.
More importantly, when I run it, and then when I play in it, I'll have a much better.
And oh, go ahead. I'm sorry.
Oh yeah, okay. Going back to 5th edition, when I had an opinion of 5th edition when I saw it originally, but after running 5th edition for years, my opinion on the game has changed, because it becomes for me, it's become harder and harder to DM 5th edition, to the point where I just don't like DMing 5th edition anymore. I'd rather DM other games, or just run levels 1 to 10, and that's it.
And why go higher when the game's going to break itself?
Yes, because I feel like it just breaks down number wise, and it just is not as interesting to me.
Okay.
And so, I mean, I don't know if you guys have noticed, like, I've started to cut out combats in the game and just focus, okay, this is the boss combat. That's the only combat I'm going to put into the game because every other combat is negligible. Because it's not going to do anything.
Yeah, like man, that sucks because like I've just not had that experience with it.
Yeah. I mean, it really broke down for me when I played, and this was a breakdown. When as a player, I rolled an attack that had 39 like D8 damage dice at level 20, and I was like, that's ridiculous. I should never have to roll that many dice at the table. And I didn't intentionally like build this power build. It's just everything just kind of stacked together and worked out that way.
Yeah.
So I'm taking a 15, 20 minute turn, gathering the dice, rolling it, adding up the numbers, and then I have other players who are like, well, you can add this. I'm using his ability to add that, and before I know it, I'm getting like through the roof. I'm adding 7 dice just to my D20 roll on the attack.
Yeah, no, I can see that. And something else that was, since we brought it up earlier, I'm wondering how much of the DMG and how much of the monster manual are going to be affected by Baldur's Gate 3's success. Because you did mention that there was something that happened in 5e.
The cleave.
Yeah.
But I mean, here's the thing. Like, I don't know if that was something that had already been cooking for a while, and they just chose to implement it in the game.
Yeah.
I mean, they probably saw that it worked really well in Baldur's Gate and said, you know what, we can include it.
So I'm wondering what kind of magic items are now going to be added. I'm kind of worried about that.
There's going to be new items. There's going to be new...
Well, magic items have always been a gambit because you don't know how magic items are going to impact the game.
Yeah. And like you can't. Yeah, it's almost like it's a wild card. Magic items have always been that. You're just not sure how it's all going to interact.
But I do know that there's probably going to be items that give you more uses of inspiration, give you more uses of your focus.
Well, I don't know. I don't know because like we only got like one item that gave extra key.
Yeah.
We got like one,
and everybody takes it.
One item. I mean, well, here's the thing. As a monk, because you had no way to replenish it, you had to.
Yep.
But that's not the case anymore. So I don't know how that's.
Yep. It's gonna be interesting.
I don't know.
It's gonna be interesting.
I guess from my experience, I can only say that I feel like every game breaks down those epic game levels.
Yep.
And like I know you mentioned like how running at those levels and running at that dice. I usually when I run full campaigns I end at 20, and like I guess I just don't feel the same way about it, and that's just because I feel like we just approach I feel like you have a better you're better when it comes to all the probability and the math and stuff, and I just roll with it.
Yeah, I mean I do spend a lot of time looking at probability.
Yeah, I don't, and I think also because you're building your own system that you pay attention to those more minutia details. And to me, I'm just like, let's go.
Yeah, I mean, for me, some of it's like, well, okay, how does this feel?
No.
And going back to like the 20th level again, when it takes an hour to go around the table, that's a problem.
Yeah.
Something that the lower levels isn't the case, but the more abilities you have, the longer it's going to take to be your turn.
Yeah, I just feel like that's a problem that every system has.
Yeah. No, I mean some systems have it more than others.
Yeah, definitely.
I like going to level 20 because I mean, you get to be badass, and then as DM, I can try to. I like, oh man, how can I make this more enjoyable? I'm gonna make something badass.
There was a couple games I played like during the block, where the game was one combat, lasted 2 rounds, but we were at the guild for 6 hours.
Yeah,
like that's a problem because it's like, okay, I took my turn, I rolled my dice, and now I'm sitting here for 3 hours in the exact same combat, not doing anything.
That's crazy.
It is.
I mean,
it's
but
crazy.
oh my god, it's just like, but that's, I don't know, man. Like, I just remember doing like other, no excuses. I'm just saying, like, I see where the points is. I just don't see it as like a as just a 5e issue.
No,
I guess.
I mean, I'm not pointing this solely at 5.
I think it's just more of because you've been forced to play it so much right now. That's all you can. I feel like it's all you like.
I mean, other games do have it, but when I play Cyberpunk Red, I don't have that problem with Cyberpunk.
Oh no, Red's quick and easy.
It's
Yeah.
quick. It's
Red's
easy.
quick and easy.
So is
we'll play Silver Age or Absolute Power. I don't feel like we have that problem with Absolute Power. I mean, some of our guys have crazy ass abilities. We're throwing shields and lightning bolts, jumping in the air, but everything goes really smooth.
Yeah,
and really quick.
I think it also has to do with the amount of options and like your table too.
Yeah.
Like, I don't know, because like when I run with our normal group and we're at high levels, I feel like we move rather quickly.
Yeah, but
I don't know.
we're all
I don't
so
know.
experienced
It
DMs.
it also just makes we're also
Yeah.
kind of a machine anyway. So that's a different beast.
Yeah, I mean, we know the
Or
game.
Val's
We
game.
know the game pretty well. We've been playing together, for years.
Yeah.
But I mean, I can already. I would just say, new players at the table. I can see new players with the monk dragging the game out as they have. To
Oh
go
yeah,
through all the
absolutely,
different
absolutely.
monk features.
Like this is
Yeah.
one of those things where if I had someone new, like we are starting at 1, baby boy, and I
Right.
need you to get all
Yeah,
those
you need to
knowledges.
learn
I need
all
you to
this
crawl.
monk stuff
I need you to crawl all those skills.
immediately.
You're gonna be level
You
2 in
know.
4 games. You'll be fine.
Yeah,
Yeah.
no.
Learn your stuff.
Absolutely. I do honestly think that this may have a bit more of a curve for players who because there's a lot more features, and I feel like some players are going to gravitate towards it, and some players are just going to be like, okay, I'll just swing.
Yeah, well, I mean, I understand why they added features. This is an answer to the boring combats which people were complaining about in 5th edition. I swing, turn over. Or if I action surge, I swing 10 times, turn over. So I just want to do more stuff.
Yeah.
So more abilities makes sense.
Yeah, more abilities, more power. I feel like that's just kind of the feeling I got. Well, anyway, I will say overall, I'm actually pretty stoked to try it out.
Yeah.
I want to see it at the table. I want to play some games of it and see how it goes.
Yeah. Nick, so what kind of coffee we drinking now?
All right. This is the Black Rifle Coffee Company's Freedom 76 or something like that. Man.
Dude, like, I'm really good at history, but it's late, and I have no idea. Like, 76.
This is the
70.
American blend.
This is the Freedom Blend.
Freedom Blend.
Something like
American.
that.
Don't
And
say that, because then it'll just add weird...
yeah. No.
We're not, like, well
I'll
known
tell you
enough for
what.
ads, so who cares? All
Yeah.
right, go ahead.
But I'm not gonna lie. I drank it because I needed the energy. I actually don't like it. I'm gonna give it an 8, and that's because I
Give it
added
an
creamer.
I mean, I enjoyed it more than the Twix blend. It didn't have that same
Yeah.
I'm just getting a
That
weird
thing.
taste, and I don't know what it is.
like. I'm gonna probably give this one a 10 as well.
I'm going to give it a 7 or
Yeah.
a 6.
Yeah. Yeah.
Actually, I'm just going to stick with a 7. I drank
Was
it.
there a fruity undertone there? or
I don't
something?
know,
I
man.
can't.
I'm not
I
really-
couldn't figure it out.
It's not a fruity.
don't know what it is.
Is it nutty? I just
Maybe nutty.
it's a bit nutty.
And
Isn't
Bit-
it?
a bit-
a bit-
bit nutty.
That's a stool
You
sample.
can't talk about Black Rifle coffee. It's an American coffee. You can't talk about it being a bit nutty.
Well, don't worry, because next time we're gonna go beyond black,
That's a flavor.
and that's some flavor.
I'm going home now.
Oh, we should do.
guys.
You know what's really funny? Because like I know we're going to talk about art. We're gonna have to make an episode about RPing, and we're gonna talk about voices. Because remember the thing we talked about, like if you want to have a different, just say the word loofah.
Loofah.
I'm talking like
No,
this.
you can talk
This
like
is,
you
this is
mean
your
it.
voice now
What's
because you said the
going
word
on?
loofah. So we're gonna all right. So now we've given our things for coffee. Go ahead and like, subscribe, hit that notification button.
And thank you, Tommy and Guild Gaming, for hosting us. Love
Yeah,
it
man.
every time.
Top tier. And remember, guys, the quest it never really ends now, does it?
It does for the Ranger.
Oh man, no, though. All right, we're done, dude. We're done.